when we're dealing with binomial random variables and trying to find the sampling distribution here, we have a slightly more difficult formula when it comes time to do the standard deviation. So the first thing that we really need is the mean of the sampling distribution, or mu sub p hat. That really isn't bad at all. Just like when we're doing the mean of the sampling distribution for a mean, it's really just repeating back what we already have. So mu sub p hat equals 0.8 because that is our given p. However, sigma sub p hat is much more complicated. The formula for sigma sub p hat is the root of p times 1 minus p over n, all under the square root. So in this case, sigma sub p hat would be the root of 0.8, 1 minus 0.8 over 40. When I put all that into my calculator, I want to be careful and make sure the root is going over everything, so I might need extra parentheses. I'm putting in the square root parentheses, 0.8, and parentheses, new parentheses, 1 minus 0.8, and parentheses divided by 40, and then a final end parentheses to go outside of the root. So if this 40 is not under the root properly, if you're not putting it in your calculator properly, you will not get the answer I'm about to get, which is 0.063. My recommendation for these, if they just ask you standard error and they don't tell you how many decimal places to go to at least 2 significant digits. If they're asking you to use standard error to find a z-score, try not to round it. Leave it in your calculator with as many decimals as it has, and divide by that number when you go to calculate your z-score. That said, moving along, for number 2, I can right away find my mean, mu sub p hat, that's just going to be 0.1. I can then calculate my sigma sub p hat as the root of 0.1, 1 minus 0.1 over 100. When I put this into my calculator, the root of parentheses, 0.1, and parentheses times parentheses 1 minus 0.1, and parentheses divided by 100, and parentheses. I get this to be exactly 0.03. For number 3, mu sub p hat just equals 0.38. Sigma sub p hat equals the root of 0.38, 1 minus 0.38 over 140. So I put that in, the root of parentheses, 0.38, and parentheses, new parentheses, 1 minus 0.38, and parentheses divided by 140, and parentheses, I get that to be 0.041. For the last one here, my mu sub p hat equals 0.05. My sigma sub p hat equals the root of 0.05, 1 minus 0.05 over 250. When I put that in my calculator, the root of 0.05, 1 minus 0.05 divided by 250, I get an answer of 0.0, it's 137, so I'm going to call it 0.014.